All right, to catch a cheater, War of the Roses. Exactly what is that, Kristen?
All right, so you come to us with a suspicion that you think your significant other is cheating on you. So we could do War of the Roses, where we send an email for a fake floral company to send flowers to whomever they want, and whoever they send the flowers to and what the card or the note says speaks volumes, especially if they're not sending it to you, who they should be sending it to.
All right, so I've always felt like when you're married and then you're divorced and then you're remarried, it's not a lot different than me going like, oh, this milk is great. And then it's spoiled and it goes bad and you put it back in the fridge. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to try it again. Even after it's spoiled, I'm sure it's going to be great. And it's not.
Still bad.
It's still bad.
Still spoiled.
All right, here's the email. Bert Show family, I need your help. I'm feeling pretty stupid right about now. I should have listened to all my friends and family when they told me I was making a big mistake. I especially should have listened to my own mother when she spoke from experience with my dad. Once a cheater, always a cheater. My dad had cheated on her multiple times, but she was never able to leave him because she depended on him financially. So my mother had always taught my sister and me to be financially independent so that we were never tied to an unhappy situation. I listened to that part of my mother's advice. So when my husband had an affair 3 years into our marriage, I left him. We were apart and I was happily independent for 3 years. He and I started talking again and he seemed so regretful. He seemed almost like a different person and it felt like a brand new relationship. So we started dating again. My mother and sister, not happy with me. They tried so hard to get me to realize I was making a mistake. I was dumb and didn't listen. After a year of dating, I eloped with my ex-husband. Now we are 2 years into our second marriage with each other, and he seems to be acting the same way he did when I discovered him cheating the first time. I'm pretty certain he is cheating again, but I just don't know with whom. I'd really like to know the full truth before shamefully admitting that my family was right yet again. From Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. We'll do it. That's over here.
I think she pretty much speaks for all of us right there.
Yep, let's do it.
For sure.
We will set the trap and see if he bites.
Get it? The Bert Show.
Doesn't feel right for Lisa. Just doesn't feel right. Feels like Groundhog Day a little bit because they were married. He cheated. That caused a divorce. She's like, maybe it wasn't that bad. So they got back together. They get remarried. And now her gut is saying that, man, this feels familiar. Maybe he's cheating again and wanted our help to get to the truth.
Yeah, we always say to go with your intuition and, your womanly intuition and go with your gut. And her gut's saying, I think he's stepping out on me again.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Okay. All right. Tell us what got us to this point here, because most people, when they get divorced and it's infidelity, that is it. Game over. You move on with your life. But you gave him another shot.
Yeah. We've been it's been a roller coaster ride for sure, our relationship. But well, like you mentioned, we were married for 3 years first. But he had an affair actually with a coworker. And I left him. So that was our first split. So we were apart, and I was single for 3 years after that, doing great, independent, all good. But then we started talking again, and he just seemed like he had done a lot of work on himself. He was a different person, and it just kind of felt like we could start fresh, right? So we were dating again, and my mom and my sister were not happy at all because they have this whole thing, once a cheater, always a cheater, right?
And I'm sure you vented to them, so they have this built-up case in their head because they don't experience, and that's what happens when you have a falling out with a significant other and you vent to your friends and then you end up getting back together with that person and all they've heard is the negative things about them.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for them because they haven't experienced that love that you have. All they've done is heard the crappy things about him. So it's going to be very hard for them to re-embrace him.
Hate by proxy.
Yeah. Yep. And even worse because with my mom, right, my dad cheated on her many times in their marriage. So she's really set against cheating. she's just not forgiving of that, because she was like kind of stuck in that marriage with my dad. So she doesn't want the same thing to happen to me, right?
Sure.
So, well, we started dating anyways for like a year, and it was great. And we actually eloped and got married again. And we've been married for 2 years. So, and everything's been going fine. My mom and my sister are still not thrilled about it, but now he's kind of acting the way that he was the first time we were married. Very like distant, staying late at work, like not really the same with me, not wanting to be intimate with me. So I just have, my gut is telling me that this is like deja vu, like you said, like I don't want to be going through this again. I don't want to admit to my family that maybe that they're right. So I'm stressed. For sure.
No doubt. So before we give you the results of what we found last night, did he ever own like the infidelity, or did you guys talk about it somehow, some way in therapy, to where like what led him to the infidelity rather than just the infidelity itself?
Well, that's the thing. We didn't do like the couples therapy and the stuff that we could have worked on together to work through it, get to that core issue, because I just left him. So I was just hoping he did that work on his own. But now I'm thinking we should have done that work together.
Yeah, you've got a gear I don't have. And I think I admire it up until the results here. I'll tell you if I admire it or not. But what did he say to get that trust back for you?
You know, a lot of time had passed, and I felt like he had matured in a lot of ways, and he was just very regretful. He was very regretful about what happened. He was just very open with me about how much he missed our relationship and that he would never do that again. And I believe him. I still do, but I just have this bad feeling lately, that's all.
So he showcased true remorse to you.
Yeah, he really did. And he just seemed like a new person. Like our relationship felt fresh and fun again. And even in our marriage, like it felt like a new marriage in a way, because we had our own life happen for a few years there, and we were able to reconnect. So, yeah.
Did it go beyond him showing remorse? Like, did it feel as if he was making up for the pain that he had caused?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. He was just very loving and really open. He always wanted to talk about his feelings and really, like, I don't know, just he would want to go out with me, take me on new experiences. We traveled. So it, in that way, really felt like he was stepping up his game, and he was like serious about being a new man.
All right, so let's get you some answers. Your gut is saying like, oh, this feels so familiar again. But there could also be some paranoia going on there as well. When you live through something that painful, maybe you see things that aren't there. So let's get to the results. Cassie, what exactly did we do last night?
We sent a fake promotional email to the email address Lisa provided for her husband. He was offered a free bouquet of flowers and was able to choose from several options with pictures. And in exchange, he was asked to share 10 promo codes for 30% off a future order with his friends and family. He could choose from the following options: pops of pink petals, all pink and nothing but pink, for the ultimate girly girl. She'll love this clear glass vase bursting with nothing but pink peonies. Southern Charm, peonies, lilacs, and magnolias delicately arranged in a blue and white vase, perfect for that Southern belle in your life. Hello, Sunshine. Brighten anyone's day with this bright and bold medley of sunflowers, orange roses, cresspedia, and mixed greenery gathered in a rustically elegant galvanized pail. Love is in the air. 2 dozen long-stemmed radiant red roses, the timeless gift for the one your soul desires. The first promotional email was sent at 9:45 a.m. We received no response and sent a second email at 12:17 p.m. A third email was sent at 4:53 p.m. He responded and ordered flowers at 5:03 p.m. He ordered Southern Charm, the peonies, lilacs, and magnolias delicately arranged in a blue and white vase, perfect for that Southern belle in your life. And Lisa, he sent them to you. He requested that delivery be sent to her work address on Monday morning, and the note on the card read, "Hope you have a great week, babe. Love you so much, Russ.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Sigh of relief. Okay. He's just cold. And maybe distracted, but not cheating. So we got that going for us.
It's just like, okay, I mean, I'm really relieved. Obviously, I'm really happy, but that's just like, oh, like, I'm really like, well, why is he acting so weird then? Like, I still feel unsettled, but...
Well, I think you can approach him with that. I mean, I'd be totally down. If I'm a husband and you're feeling that for me, I would totally be open, like, this is what I'm feeling, what's going on in your life right now. Yeah, and I'd be open to that, but it's way better than finding out that he's screwing around.
Yeah, oh my God, I was ready to go nuts. So I'm really happy that that's not the case, but... Yeah, I think I do need to talk to him.
And I'm also grateful that you are not like one of our previous War of the Roses recipient and you didn't get mad at the arrangement he chose to send you.
I think there are a lot of times also. I think there are a lot of times also where we have you guys on and you find out that he's not screwing around on you, and there's almost like a disappointment because you've worked yourself up expecting the worst, and when it's not, you're like, I have braced for the worst.
Now what?
Now what do I do? All right, Lisa. So
it's
just
a weird feeling.
Yeah,
I'm not disappointed. I'm happy, but I'm just have more questions. That's all.
Go talk to your man. There's something else going on in his life. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Have a good day. It's the Bert Show.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.